So, welcome back to game 2 in this 3-game matchup here, or best out of 2 rather. And so we didn't really do much in the sideboard, that's why I didn't really record it. We got rid of some terminuses, some mass removal spells for some distresses. So essentially I just got 4 distresses. I can't remember the other 2 cards that I got rid of, it doesn't really matter. So I got 4 distresses is really the only thing I changed out of there. So I'll be able to look at his hand, choose a non-line card from it, and that player discards that card. So we got a Pristine Talisman, Sword Mark-Off, a Distress, an Isolated Chapel, a Swamp, an Isolated Chapel, and a Wellspring. Good all Wellspring. So play a Forest. We got an Isolated Chapel. Go ahead and play a Swamp. And you got a Swamp. I got a Swamp. Play an Isolated Chapel. We'll go ahead and do our Distress. So his revealed hand, he has 4 cards. So he had a Goblin Arsonist, he had Oblivion Ring, had a Swamp, and he had a Beast Tracker. So I'm not concerned at all with the creatures. I could care less about the Swamp. So I go ahead and choose the Oblivion Ring, which was a good choice because really that was his only way to get rid of Soren Markov last game. So we'll go ahead and he plays a Evolving Wilds. He's going to sack that for a Forest. We got a Similac. Go ahead and play our 3rd land, which is an Isolated Chapel. And we'll go ahead and play a Wellspring. Don't have Phyrexian Core yet, so we can't sacrifice this Wellspring, but we will draw a card. We'll draw Plains. We'll play a Swamp. And we'll bring nothing out, so we got a Phyrexian Core. Go ahead and play the Phyrexian Core. Go ahead and use the Phyrexian Core's ability to sacrifice the Wellspring. We got another Plains. So the only 2 Plains in the deck, the only way to get white other than my Isolated Chapels, which I think I have 4 in the deck. So that's pretty good. Got a Ghost Quota. Go ahead and play a Plains. Probably should have played an Isolated Chapel, to be honest with you. But it does not matter. Go ahead and play our Similac. And we got a... yes, Swamp. Did I get a Swamp? Yeah. So he's going to put out a Beast Tracker. And here comes that Acidic Slime. Due to the Beast Tracker's ability. Got another Pristine Talisman. We'll play a Plains. Play a Pristine Talisman. One of the reasons I didn't play the Isolated Chapel, now that I'm thinking about it, is because his Acidic Slime's going to come out, and it's going to have to get rid of some stuff, so it's going to get rid of my Isolated Chapels. I'd like to have one in play, or one in hand, to be able to put back out, just cause. So we'll play another Pristine Talisman. So this is the way for us to give us 1 life each round, which really does add up if you think about it. But it also gives us a way to ramp up to things like Soren's Vengeance and Soren Markov here. So go ahead and swing in for Similac. And he'll swing in with the Beast Tracker. We'll go to 21. He's at 18. We got to go for the Throat. So we went ahead and put our Isolated Chapel out. We'll go ahead and put Soren Markov. And this time, right before I to tell you, I am going to do my -3 ability. Just, you know, I know I got rid of Distress, one of his Oblivion Rings, but I figure he maybe has another Oblivion Ring or something like that. So I wasn't going to take a chance, so when Storm Markov comes out, I'm going to say I don't care about you, Beast Tracker. I'm definitely going to do the 8 damage this time. Reduce his life down to 10 with my -3 ability. He disconnected here, so the clock ticked down quite a bit, but I let him connect back and continue the game. It did take us several minutes. So he's saying he wish I had left because he doesn't think he's going to win, just because he had a bad hand. So we'll go ahead and do the -10 ability. I would say -10 ability. It does reduce your life down to 10. So in that way, it kind of is, but it's a -3 ability that reduces their life total to 10. So he will go down to 10. Go ahead and go for the throat. His Beast Tracker. We'll go swing in with our Similac. He'll go down to 8. Got another Similac. So we went ahead and sacrificed our Similac just to draw a card. We could have done another 2 damage there, but I didn't want to sacrifice my Pristine Talismans, so I just want to draw another card. Hopefully get a Sorin's Vengeance. So we got a Distress, just to make sure that we can indeed get our Sorin's Vengeance through. We'll go ahead and bring a Similac out. So we got that same 2 damage back. We'll draw a land card. And then we'll go ahead and distress him. So here's what he revealed. In his hand. He's got an Acidic Slime. He's got a Goblin Arsonist. He has a Nika Bolas Planeswalker. He's got a Goblin Arsonist. He's got another Acidic Slime. And he's got a Wit's End. Target player discards his or her hand. Thinking back on this now, I really saw the Nika Bolas Planeswalker. And saw that I really needed to get rid of that guy. So I go ahead and discard that card. In hindsight, I really should have got rid of this guy. Yeah, Acidic Slimes can tamper with my mana, but I've got tons of mana. Goblin Arsonist, they really do nothing. This would have been a very powerful card, and it's a M13 card. I really haven't seen this, so I need to add this to my fun collection. So that should have been the card I discarded, really, because that would have been really bad, you know, to have a Sorin's Vengeance in hand and discard it. The Bolas, he destroys non-creature permanents. He gains control of target. We went through his abilities last game, so I don't know. What do you think? What do you think I should have discarded? I got rid of the Planeswalker, so there he is. He really doesn't have enough mana to play anything right now, so I think any play would have been good. And this is another one that just cracked me up. I had to laugh out loud. He's going to play a Gexien Probe. So look at target player's hand, draw a card. So, you see my swamp? That's right. Oh yeah, I have a swamp. You see all those trees and those water and the stuff? It's a swamp. So, good play. So we got Lingering Souls, so we'll go ahead and play that. Oh, actually, we're going to do a Phyrexian Core, and we're going to sacrifice our Similac to draw a card. So we got a Swamp. So not the greatest gift from the Phyrexian Core today, but or rather this round. So we'll go ahead and play Lingering Souls. Flash it back for 2 more, and then exile it. Go ahead and play that Swamp. Tap our Pristine Talismans. And out comes a Wellspring of Zone. So he's going to play that Goblin Arsonist. We knew they were in there, so not a big deal. And then there's the Sorin's Vengeance. So that's what we were trying to basically mill down to, draw down to. So he's got 6 life. We have plenty of mana. We'll go ahead and tap our Pristine Talismans. So Sorin over here, who was neglected, decided to go ahead and kill the Goblin Arsonist first. So we'll gain 2 life from that, go to 31. And so that was, you know, pretty bad on my part. I mean, many turns went by here. What is it? What? It's like turn 10 or something. So I could have been doing a lot more Sorin Markov. You'll probably be commenting on that, like, "Oh man, 2 damage to him," and you could have done maybe your -7 ability at some point. But this is Sorin's Vengeance. So second game ended on turn 10 in defeat. So this won the match. I didn't actually record this while I was doing the match, so it doesn't say that I won the match. It doesn't keep record of that. When it does it into replay, it separates all games into individual games. So this was the second game of the match. Leave a comment, subscribe. Let me know what you thought this 3-game matchup, best of 2, was like. And we'll see you next time. Later, guys.